For years, I had been entrenched in the belief that losing weight required endless hours on the treadmill or the unforgiving cycle of high-intensity interval training. The sweat-drenched shirts, the pounding of my heart, and the rhythmic clatter of my sneakers against the pavement had become synonymous with my weight loss journey. However, after months of struggling to maintain a consistent cardio routine, I found myself disillusioned. My body was tired, my motivation waned, and the scale seemed stubbornly resistant to change. It was time for a different approach, one that didn't involve the traditional cardio workouts that had dominated my perception of fitness. I began my exploration into alternative methods of weight loss, diving into research and personal anecdotes that promised results without the relentless grind of cardio. I learned that weight loss fundamentally comes down to the balance of calories consumed versus calories burned. While cardio can certainly help burn calories, it is not the only way to create a caloric deficit. I found myself drawn to the notion that weight loss could also be achieved through dietary changes, strength training, and lifestyle adjustments. My first step was to reassess my eating habits. I had always been a fan of convenience, often opting for quick meals that were high in sugar and processed ingredients. I decided to focus on whole foods, incorporating more fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats into my diet. It wasn't just about cutting calories, it was about nourishing my body with the right kinds of fuel. I began experimenting with meal prepping, dedicating Sundays to prepare healthy meals for the week ahead. This not only saved time, but also reduced the temptation to reach for unhealthy snacks when hunger struck. One of the most profound changes I made was to practice mindful eating. I had often eaten in front of the television, mindlessly consuming snacks without truly acknowledging what I was putting into my body. By slowing down and savoring each bite, I became more attuned to my hunger cues. I found that I could enjoy my favorite foods in moderation without feeling deprived. This shift in mindset was liberating. It allowed me to break free from the cycle of restrictive dieting that had previously led to binge eating. In addition to dietary changes, I discovered the benefits of strength training. I had always associated weightlifting with bulking up, but I soon learned that it could be an effective tool for weight loss as well. Building muscle increases your resting metabolic rate, meaning you burn more calories even when you're not exercising. I started incorporating strength training into my routine, focusing on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. Not only did I feel stronger, but I also noticed changes in my body composition. My clothes fit better, and I felt more confident in my skin. The science behind strength training and weight loss was compelling. Research indicated that resistance training could be just as effective as cardio for weight loss, especially when combined with a caloric deficit. I found comfort in knowing that I didn't have to spend hours sweating on a cardio machine to achieve my goals. Instead, I could dedicate a few days a week to lifting weights, allowing me to enjoy other activities I loved, like hiking and yoga, which provided additional movement without the pressure of formal cardio workouts. As I continued to explore alternative approaches to weight loss, I stumbled upon the concept of non-exercise activity thermogenesis, NEAT. This term refers to the calories burned during everyday activities that aren't considered formal exercise. Simple changes, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking during my lunch break, or even fidgeting while sitting, could contribute to my overall caloric expenditure. I made a conscious effort to increase my daily movement, setting a goal of 10,000 steps a day. I invested in a fitness tracker, which not only motivated me, but also made me more aware of my activity levels throughout the day. Incorporating more movement into my daily routine proved to be a game changer. I found joy in activities that didn't feel like exercise, such as dancing in my living room, gardening, or playing with my dog at the park. These moments not only boosted my mood, but also contributed to my overall calorie burn. I learned that weight loss didn't have to be a monotonous slog. It could be woven into the fabric of my everyday life. Sleep and stress management also emerged as crucial factors in my weight loss journey. I had often sacrificed sleep for productivity, believing that I could simply power through fatigue. However, I soon realized that poor sleep could disrupt hormones that regulate appetite, leading to increased cravings and overeating. I made a concerted effort to prioritize sleep, establishing a nighttime routine that included winding down with a book and limiting screen time before bed. The result was not only improved energy levels, but also a better ability to manage cravings. Stress, too, played a significant role in my relationship with food. I discovered that stress eating had been a coping mechanism for me, leading to mindless snacking during particularly hectic days. I began exploring alternative stress management techniques, such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, and journaling. These practices provided healthier outlets for my emotions and helped me cultivate a more balanced approach to food. As the months passed, I began to see tangible results. The scale slowly moved in the direction I desired, but more importantly, I felt stronger and more energized. My clothes fit differently, and I could see muscle definition I hadn't noticed before. I had shifted my focus from a number on the scale to how I felt in my body. This newfound perspective was empowering. I was no longer a slave to the treadmill or the latest cardio craze. Reflecting on my journey, I realized that losing weight without cardio was not only possible, but also sustainable. By embracing a holistic approach that included mindful eating, strength training, increased daily movement, and a focus on sleep and stress management, I had created a lifestyle that supported my goals. I learned that weight loss is not a linear process. It requires patience, adaptability, and a willingness to explore different avenues. Ultimately, my journey taught me that there is no one-size-fits-all solution to weight loss. Each individual's path is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. By stepping away from the confines of traditional cardio and exploring alternative methods, I discovered a more balanced and enjoyable approach to health and wellness. I emerged not just lighter in weight, but also richer in knowledge and self-awareness, ready to embrace a life filled with movement, nourishment, and joy.